This is Michael Gerace with Clearview Sewer Cams. It is February 13th, 2021. We are performing a video sewer inspection through the 4-inch cast iron cleanout at the front of the house, right in front of the garage area. And we are at Medio. 740 Medio Avenue, Pacific Palisades, California, 90272. So we're going to begin running our camera through the cast iron cleanout. I'll wipe off our camera lens real quick. Get our camera lens good and clean. And this is the garage area. This is going out toward the street. And this is our clean out. Gonna just stick our camera down in here real quick. And it is very deep. Got a lot of cobwebs in the line. We're gonna pull the camera back out and just wipe off the camera lens real quick and then stick it back down in here. Okay, we're going to zero out our camera monitor. The indicator is right at the bottom of the left-hand side of the screen. We're going to insert our camera. This appears to be all cast iron piping on the riser. And as I said, it's pretty deep, about 11 feet deep right here. Make our turn. And we're in cast iron piping going out toward the street. It's got quite a bit of scaling and buildup in the cast iron. Going to continue running out. See if we transition to vitreous clay at the property line. So it is cast iron, and this is the property line right by the driveway area. And we do transition to 6-inch vitreous clay. And this is the city lateral. The homeowner is responsible for the city lateral from their property line to the city sewer tie-in connection in the middle of the street. Continue to push out. The joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. A little bit of root intrusion here. And we do have a minor crack in the face of that joint. It's not shifted real badly or broken real badly, but just a minor crack at the face of it. Wouldn't hurt to maybe hydrojet the line and put some root X down into the line. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Some minor root intrusion. We have another joint. Appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Dropping down, we have some heavier root intrusion here. We got into some heavy root intrusion, kind of hard to see what the piping or the joints look like. This line does need to be hydrojetted. Again, as I said, there's a lot of root intrusion. I'm going to see if I can get into the city sewer, rinse my camera lens off. And here's our city sewer, see if we have some water running through. We do. Okay, so I'll rinse the camera lens off. And try to rinse it off a little bit more. Okay, we've got the camera lens good and clean. Coming back up to the tie-in connection. That's city sewer. This is our tie-in connection. Next joint has some root intrusion and some debris. Kind of hard to see what the joint looks like. There's quite a bit of root intrusion here. There's a lot of root intrusion there. So this line does need to be hydrojetted and re-inspected because we can't see what the joints look like in this area. Got somebody in the house running water. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to resume our inspection. As I said, we have some very large root intrusion in the 6-inch vitreous clay lateral. Does need to be cleaned out so that we can see what the piping and the joints look like. We may have some large breaks in the joints. We don't know. That area is probably 40 to 60% restricted, and we're holding back water in here. It's damming up in the lateral. We've got roots a good ways down the lateral. Here we have a lot of large roots damming the area up. It's hard to see. I know we had some offsets in here a little bit, but can't tell a whole lot with all the roots in there. Can't tell if that's a joint or a break. I believe it's a joint, but it's very hard to tell. It would be odd to have a joint right there, but not that you couldn't. Line needs to be cleaned so we can really see what's going on. Could be a crack. Very difficult to tell because the joint's right back behind it. That joint's just offset a tiny bit. Coming back toward our cast iron, our 4-inch cast iron line now. That joint's got a minor offset to it. Minor offset and very minor separation. Not bad. I'm going to pause for one moment. Okay, we're going to continue to pull back now. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. You can see where you see the whole face all the way around. So it's just the type of piping they used. It's got a little pronounced edge to it. So it does appear to be in fair and maintainable condition. And then we have the cast iron, the 4-inch cast iron. And that's at the property line by the driveway apron area. We're going to keep pulling back, and this section of line has a lot of scaling, a lot of buildup. Very difficult to tell if there's cracks or leaks in the piping from the exterior if it's rotted through with all the scaling. This cast iron line needs to be hydrojetted and then re-inspected as well, so we can see the condition. It may not be too bad. Sometimes we'll go ahead and hydrojet them and it cleans them up and they look to be in pretty decent condition. But again, you can't tell until it's hydrojetted real well. And this line again is about 10-11 feet deep right here, and it's a lot deeper in the street. We're probably at about 19 to 20 feet. Pulling back. Now we're pulling up and out of our cast iron mainline sewer clean out. I'm going to pause for a moment. And that will conclude our video sewer inspection.